Hey guys, before I start the unbox, review, and the how-to tutorial of the Ryobi trimmer here, I like to quickly state the purpose of this video is to help anybody that needs help deciding to pick out a trimmer that they want to buy. Because like myself, when I was looking at the trimmer, there were so many different kinds of different prices. Some were like $80, some were up there $200 to $400 trimmer. So there were so many to pick from and I didn't know which one to pick. So I finally decided to get this Ryobi, and it was about $120. Works perfectly fine, and I believe that I have made the right decision to get this one. So now let's go ahead and dig right into the video and tell you why I love this trimmer and why you should get one too. Just like any other videos, I will leave a link to this item in the description box below. So now let's go ahead and dig right into the unboxing. So here's a quick view of the package. Come in at approximately 35 inches tall. Now the one we have today is the straight shaft. It does come in the curved shaft, but I personally prefer the straight. But a really nice thing about the Ryobi model here is you can completely change out the attachment, the shaft. So you can actually take the straight shaft of this one out and hook on a hedge trimmer, edger, blower, the saw, anything that is compatible with the expanded attachment. So that's a very nice thing about it, and this will fit in a 4-door or even a 2-door vehicle very easily, or just in the trunk. Alright, so here's everything that comes in the box. Let's go ahead and start from up there. You have your user manual, and here we have the ethanol shield that comes with it for free. And here's the string, the handle, and this, you use this piece to open and lock the head here. Here's the cover, the straight shaft, and the main piece, the engine. And now in order to attach this, just simply remove this cap right here. And we're gonna stick it onto here. Alright, once you got that into place, you wanna make sure it is secured by twisting this knob here. So when you want to remove this shaft and put like a blower or other end on it, simply do the same thing. Just unscrew it, push it in, and remove this piece, and repeat the same procedure to put in your end here. And next we're gonna put the handle, and as you can see, they give you a arrow here say to put the handle there, but before that you have to unscrew this. Take the screw out and just kind of stretch this out like this while you push it in. Once that into place, then you want to go ahead and put this screw back. Just make sure the screw is nice and snug. And then the last piece we're gonna have to put on there is the cover piece here. So how this goes, you're gonna have to again take this screw off before you can actually put it on there. Alright, this goes below the shaft. So if you'll notice that this metal piece right here, it's gonna hook into this little hole here. So this is how it looked. Once you got this into place, then simply just put this screw back and screw it in. Again, make sure it's nice and snug. It can't really be misplaced anywhere since they kind of have everything positioned up for you. So, and this is the finished product. And the nice thing is it comes already with the line in there for you. And in order to change this line, all you have to do is cut a wire that is about 18 inch. What you're gonna do is, we are gonna, if you take a closer look right here, if you're strong enough, you don't have to use this tool that they give you. All you have to do is kind of twist this where this arrow will meet this arrow right here. Once the two arrow meets, you can actually put the string right through it. And then when both strings have the same length on both sides, then you can actually twist it clockwise again to move it away from the arrow until it clicks, and then look kind of like this, meaning it's locked into place. So it's super easy and fast to change the line. Back in the days, you have to remove and disassemble the entire thing to change it, but nowadays we don't have to do that anymore. And it also comes with a whole extra set of string here if you ever need some more, which is always nice. Alrighty, so for the ethanol shield, I would like to quickly mention, for each of this 2.6 fluid ounce bottle, you should be mixing it with a whole gallon of gas. So if you want to do half gallon, then mix half of this bottle accordingly. So I've already mixed mine. Let's go ahead and put some gas in there, and we'll go over the different parts, and then we'll start it up. So the ½ liter bottle of gas is more than enough to fill it up. So that's all you really need. And now finally, to get the engine start up and running and for your use, you're gonna have to first, since it is a brand new engine, we're gonna have to press this prime bulb button 10 times. And again, that's 10 times. Once you hit this 10 times, you're gonna move the choke over to full choke. After that, we're gonna hit both trigger and then start pulling on our rope here. We're gonna try this about 4 times. So after you pull this 4 times, you are going to move this over to half choke. After that, continue pulling on the rope. After a couple of times, it should start running. And once it starts running, we want to put it over to run. And then we want to let it run for about 10 seconds before we actually put it to full power and use. Now, if after all those steps and it still doesn't turn on, we're gonna have to start over and press this bulb 10 times again, and then of course back to full trigger, pull the line. After a couple of times, put it onto half, and again pull the rope, and it should start to run. Once it starts to run, put it over to run and let it run for about 10 seconds just to warm up. And then once after 10 seconds has passed, you are ready to use it. Alrighty guys, so I just finished trimming the entire house, and I have got to say I am in love with this thing. If you can see the gas tank right here, after over an hour of continuous use, the gas was still good, and I didn't even use a full tank of gas yet, so less than ½ liter of gas lasts over an hour. Now one thing I do want to mention about this right here, the string trimmer right here, so it comes preloaded with a good bit of wire in there already, so you don't have to swap it out or anything. So let's say if this string pop, you just have to press both buttons on the side here, one on this side and on this side. You kind of take this out. Let me try to do it, show it to you guys. Once you got it out like this, you just pull it on both sides and it will extend. So once this run out in here, then you can start using the other package that they give you. You can kind of pull it out as much as you want. That way it'll be easier to adjust once you put it back in here. And after you got it back in here, we just twist it clockwise. Again, once you hear a pop, meaning it's popped, locked in place, you can't pull this out anymore. But let's say if it's too long after it's already popped, then you can just continue rotating this clockwise. Now what you don't want to do is you don't want to have it stop at the arrow, because meaning this is not locked. So you have to keep on turning it until you hear a pop, as long as it's not at the arrow. As long as the two arrows here doesn't match, then it's perfectly locked in. So it's really easy and simple to use and unload and put some extra string in there. Another thing I would like to mention is once after you prime it for the first time, after that the engine starts immediately after the first pull. So overall, I really like the Ryobi 2 cycle trimmer here, and I believe I've made the right decision to get this one, because there were so many other options in the store when I walked into the store. But anyway, I will leave a link to this in the description box, so if you are looking for one, I highly recommend this one because it's not too expensive and it's not too cheap, and it's very well made and can definitely get the job done. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.